Ladies and gentlemen, let's try to understand Hyoscyamus. What's the main central thing about Hyoscyamus? What's the main thing? For me, the main thing in Hyoscyamus, for me, is this rubric here. It is given in many repertories in different ways. But the main rubric is fear of being betrayed. This feeling of being betrayed, this feeling of being cheated. In Hindi, we call it as dhoka. In English, we can also call it like a backstab, like a cheating, like a deception. This is a very central kind of pattern of Hyoscyamus. They constantly are scared. They constantly are scared. They are not saying that I am betrayed. They are scared of being betrayed. Try to understand the word fear of being betrayed. I'm going to go a little slowly, but if you understand this well, you will be able to understand Hyoscyamus like never before. You will be able to prescribe Hyoscyamus so easily after this. Try to understand what I'm saying right now. For the next 1 hour, I want you to focus. Fear of being betrayed. Will I be betrayed? And Hyoscyamus is one of the remedy and there are some remedies like that which are picked up by behaviors of patients. There are some remedies where patients tell their innermost experience and you can find a remedy. And then there are some remedies where by their behaviors, by their way of talking, you could possibly find a remedy. It's a I'm teaching you a very intricate and a very delicate topic. It's almost intermingled with human psychology. As a homeopath, you also want to know a little bit of psychology as well, ladies and gentlemen. Hyoscyamus, fear of being betrayed. I'm scared, I want to go to a good doctor, I want to go to a good doctor because if I go to a local doctor, what if he doesn't know? What if he doesn't know homeopathy? What if I have an aggravation? So I'm scared if I have an aggravation, my problems will increase. So I'm scared of being betrayed. And at a deeper level in Hyoscyamus, even deeper to betrayal is fear. There's a lot of fright. As you know, it belongs to Solanaceae family. Fear of everything constant. Everything is kind of, it's almost as if you're seeing the world with the glasses of fear and betrayal. I'm scared. Will something happen? Will there be a betrayal? Oh, I'm going to meet this. The girl feels I'm going to meet this guy. Oh, but what if I meet him and he betrays me? The guy is going to meet a girl. What if he betrays me? Oh, I'm going to go out at night. What if someone betrays me? Oh, everything betrayal. So, just deeper to betrayal is this kind of pattern of suspiciousness. They are very suspicious. Suspicious. There's a very beautiful rubric which has an origin from Lippi. Very beautiful. Okay. He writes, suspicious that people might trick him. People are going to trick him. People may just, people are plotting against me. I had a friend who came from Europe who was studying here, and I met her, and I told her we were just discussing, and she told me, Gaurang, the Indian the taxi people and everything, I don't know. I feel they are trying to trick me. I constantly feel that they are trying to take all the money from me. They are cheating me. And now that I've come here, I feel everyone is trying to cheat me. Everyone is trying to trick me. I said, tell me more. She said, this is the same feeling I get when I'm anywhere. When I'm in Europe, when I'm in Africa, when I go to a new place, I feel that this person will trick me, is trying to plot against me. They are trying to do something against me. They feel I look like this, or I'm wearing good clothes. So, I have a lot of money and this and that, and they will trick me and they will cheat me. This constant feeling. Oh, delusion, suspiciousness, mistrustfulness. People are tricking him, plotting against him. It's a very, very, very important feature of the remedy hyosyamus. Constant feeling of people tricking him when actually they are not. This is the important part. If someone is tricking him, it is very common to have this feeling. But when someone is not, but still that impression remains. What are we? What are we humans? We are basically kind of almost patterns of memories, isn't it? We are patterns of memories from our childhood till now, maybe from our genetics till now. The hyosyamus, the whole pattern of memories that people will trick me, people will betray me. I have to be careful. I have to be vigilant. Suspiciousness, people are tricking him. Suspiciousness, people are plotting against him. Suspiciousness, people are talking about her. Oh, she's looking at me. Oh, he's looking at me. Oh. Very, very. Ah, doctor. Doctor, I've come to you, doctor. I've come to meet you, Dr. Shrishti. And my problems is that, I went to, I don't know, I went to Dr. Jaya, and that Dr. Jaya gave me that medicine, and it aggravated me a lot. It caused a lot of problem. I think all my problems started after that. That Dr. Jaya gave me that medicine, and that's why I've come to you, Dr. Shrishti, because I feel, Dr. Shrishti, because I genuinely feel that you are a good homeopath. Maybe Dr. Jaya, I don't know what kind of homeopath is she, huh? She gave me some medicine, and all problems aggravated. This is hyosyamus. So what is the rubric? The rubric is, have a look. The first rubric is slander disposition. Have a look at this rubric. Slander. What is slander? Slander is kind of talking badly, kind of putting other people down, kind of affecting people's image, kind of defaming someone, talking badly about someone. Slander disposition too. This is very common with patients. They will say, oh, that doctor is that, because of, and the other rubric, yes, for them, this very interesting rubric. Complaining of supposed injury. See, this is a very important word. It's given in Kent. Complaining of supposed. It's not saying complaining of injury. Injury, for example, one of the remedies, arnica. But what has Kent written? Complaining of supposed. What is supposed? Which means it was not injury. But he's imagining it could be because of that. So this is a very important part of hyosyamus. They complain a lot. That doctor gave me something, and I think everything happened to. And before that another doctor. What kind of doctors are these people? I'm so very careful, Baba. No. I am very careful. Complaining of supposed injury. But you, doctor, I respect you a lot. What's the rubric? The rubric is called as veneration. What's the rubric? Veneration means deep respect. I respect you a lot, doctor. But I slander that last doctor. So if you don't get me better, I'm going to slander you and go to Dr. Vidita. Okay. And if she also doesn't, I'm going to slander her. And this is, Are you getting this whole pattern? Hello? Where are you? You have to understand this. You have to understand this pattern of behavior to understand hyosyamus. I'm going to show you different patterns of hyosyamus. Deep respect. They will show you deep respect, in front of you. But wait till you give your remedy. Let's go ahead. I'm trying. I want to teach you Hyoscyamus in such a way that you will never ever kind of miss a Hyoscyamus patient. Priyanka writes, my one friend completely like this. Priyanka, wait for the lecture and you will see a lot of Hyoscyamus whom you missed previously. Okay. Let's see more. Fear of plot. Oh, I went to the office that day and I saw these three people just looked at me and they were talking between themselves. I think they were kind of plotting against me. I thought that they were plotting against me. They will talk to the boss and maybe say that I was 5 minutes late and probably demote me, get me less money and make sure they are promoted. I think there is a plotting and planning happening against me. I think they are plotting against me. I think they are planning against me. Hyoscyamus. Fear of plotting. Fear of being plotted. But tell me, doctor, I've come to you now, Dr. Srushti. So you're giving me a remedy. What this remedy will be made up of? I'm just asking, huh? Don't think that I'm suspicious or something. No, I'm not saying that you don't have knowledge. No, not that way. Just, one wants to know what is there in it, because some medicines, they may not suit me and they may aggravate me. So I want to know what's it given. Not for knowledge purpose. No, I respect you, Veneration. I respect you. But are you, what is in it? Is it something, like we read, no, that is steroids or not like this, but this little what you put, no, there. We read all this, no, on news and all that. I'm just asking. Hyoscyamus. Because doctor, many years back in my childhood, many years back, when I was a kid, they took me to a homeopath. That homeopath was very nice, but he gave me one powder, and as a child, I took that powder. And he didn't tell me that you should not take the full powder. I took the full powder, a small boy, and I put it. And then I don't know what happened. But for many days, I had fever, I had typhoid, I lost all my hair. I lost a lot of weight. I was very sick. I suffered a lot, That doctor should have told me. That doctor should have told me. That's why I'm asking you beforehand. I suffered a lot, That doctor should have at least told me not to take the full powder. Delusion, suffered wrong. I suffered wrongly. That doctor should have told me that you have to take this much, you have to take that much. I suffered a lot. Hyoscyamus. गलत हुआ मेरे साथ. Hyoscyamus. At a more deeper level, they will tell you. And I met Dr. Srushti. Dr. Srushti. Before this, I met Dr. Jaya. And then before that, I met Dr. Vidita. Both doctors. See, all that is okay. Their medicine, they affected. But how much money they took, doctor? How much money? In so much of pain, they took so much consultation fee, so much consultation fee, so much. So much. So much of, I earn that much. I gave so much money. How much? So his way of talking like a delirious talk. Deliriously talking too much as if The whole consultation was like a business transaction. So delirium, loquacious business of connected with delusion suffered wrong. And you see this behavioral pattern. Hyoscyamus. How much money? So expensive. Arey. Very beautiful, this is one of the main strongest symptom of hyoscyamus. Wants to be naked. This is a very famous symptom. Most of us know about it, and we know a very typical. I'll give you one example. One patient came to me. He had a ringworm. A ringworm was only in the legs, okay. And he came and he said, I have a ringworm, doctor. I said, okay. Where is it? He said, it's in the leg. I said, okay. And he said, okay. And I said, okay, let me see. And he showed me the leg and all that. And then he started slandering the other doctors. This doctor was like that doctor was like that. I said, okay. And then suddenly the ringworm was in the leg, but he removed his pants and his shirt. And he said, can you just check anywhere else it is there and see, there is one dot here. So there was no need for him to remove all the clothes. This is naked wants to be when it is not necessary. This is one way of looking into this. Another way of looking into this rubric, and this is especially thanks to a very great homeopath who was there in the last century with us, who has done a lot of work on these remedies like hyoscyamus, belladonna, opium, veratrum, stramonium. That is the great Dr. M.L. Sehgal. And he almost revolutionized homeopathic repertory and rubrics by kind of metaphorical understanding of some rubrics. And they are very useful as well. However, what he did was very, very interesting, and many of that can be applied. But unfortunately, many other people now take everything very, very metaphorically. And that is actually going away from homeopathy. I am a very simple, basic, classical homeopath. So I'm going to tell you clinical way and the real way of doing it. And I'm not too much into metaphorical understanding. So although I know all of that in and out, but I will tell you the right and the clinical Hahnemanian classical homeopathy way. So another way of understanding this rubric, naked wants to be in delirium, is a kind of, it's almost like normally we all have layers to us. But hyoscyamus, there is no layer, Whatever is there is open. Normally you don't say many intricate things to everyone, about yourself. Hyoscyamus, it's totally open. Things which normally we would not so openly talk about. Hyoscyamus, open. So this is naked wants to be. They also have a habit of constantly nipping at everyone. What is nipping at everyone? It means making sarcastic comments at everyone, saying very pointed things about everyone. Hyoscyamus. You will ask a parent may bring hyoscyamus child in, and the parent may say, my child is very, very scared. He's scared of darkness and he passes urine every time there is darkness. And you look at the child. You ask, are you scared? He said, scared? I'm not scared of anything. I'm strong, boy. I'm not scared. Affectation. It's very, very beautiful rubric. Although in Kent repertory, there is only one remedy, stramonium. Left side, second line, Kent repertory lane general. Affectation. Yes. I think many of you who may have read my book, The Decoding Mental Rubrics, or you may not have as well. But if you got a chance, if you read my book, Decoding Mental Rubrics, many of these rubrics you will understand at a much deeper level. Affectation. Affectation is basically a kind of a fake display, pretended display, basically a kind of display to impress. This is what's very often the TikTokers do. No? You know TikTokers, right? The TikTokers will wear something and all these TikTok and reels and all that. They will do something. They will show a different image. In real life, they may be, hand to mouth, but they will click a picture with a Mercedes Benz and they'll be like, wow. Affectation. Homeopaths, some of them. They will click a picture, but you know what it is at a deeper level. I'm not going to give you examples, pun intended. The so-called page 3 personalities, they give a very fake kind of thing. Hyoscyamus. Affect. Okay, let's now come to the physical aspect in Hyoscyamus. So first of all, Hyoscyamus has a tremendous action on the mind, brain, nerves, muscles, blood. Worse by, we already spoke, by any kind of fright. At a deeper level, there's fright and jealousy and insecurity. Worse by touch, worse by lying down, cold, sleep. So they are a little chilly in that way. Better by sitting up. But the main genius of Hyoscyamus is this, their behavior, their attitude, their suspiciousness, their fear, and spasms. Always spasms. Spasm, tremor, jerks. They have very nice word written. Bewildering aberrations, which means very weird symptoms. There's a kind of mania, all kind of different types of mania, sexual mania, erotic mania, silly. See the word written here in older materia medica. Speaks each word louder. Typhoid state. So in many cases of Hyoscyamus, there is a kind of a involuntary stool for a very long time. Vertigo-like symptom, vertigo then spasms. Pulsating headaches, migraines. Grimaces. What is grimaces? When making weird facial gestures. Elongated uvula causing cough, Hyoscyamus. Involuntary painless stool, and that's why it's a very important remedy for IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. In women, in men, in children, retained urine, retention of urine. But one of the main things in current COVID, I'm using dry cough with a dry spot in the larynx, dry cough aggravated lying down. First remedy generally I think about is Hyoscyamus. Saima asked why he speaks all words louder. Antics plays, gaining attention. It's a very important remedy for sleeplessness due to thoughts. Okay, nervous wakefulness, warm sweat. So this is a little bit about Hyoscyamus. So beautiful, no? Let's see if I can actually put up. Okay. Okay, let's see. No, I can't apply. Okay. Let's move ahead. So, what I want you to do now is, first of all, whatever you learned today, Hyoscyamus, right? I want you to read from Kent, Materia Medica, open Kent repertory, and see all the rubrics of Hyoscyamus. This is the first homework for you today. And if you have the book, Decoding Mental Rubrics, Okay. I want you to read entire decoding mental rubrics in 2 weeks. If you don't have decoding mental rubrics, Srishti gives some discount to entire course. Whoever wants to buy decoding mental rubrics, give a discounted rate. Okay. Make them read. I want everyone to read this book. Okay. Whoever has it, I want you to read it entirely. All the rubrics of Hyoscyamus, I want you to read from there. And if you don't have it, you will get it on discount. You want to buy it, you can write an email to me and you will get a discounted. No problem. So your homework for today, Kent Materia Medica, Kent Repertory, Hyoscyamus, Clark, Farrington, and Tyler. This is your homework. If you don't have the book, write to me, take the decoding mental rubric, understand every rubric that I taught you today. And as soon as the lecture is over, I want you to write to me, what was the learning today in Hyoscyamus? Today, I really try to teach you in a very, very beautiful way. Robin writes, all remedy indexed at back for easy understanding.